So, I keep getting comments asking for a video on how to play a no movement run, and I have a video on that? It's the one with the potato on the thumbnail. And I guess while we're on the topic of not moving around, 0.6 released a character who has an ability related to standing still, in Anya Melfissa. So, Anya's kit is, for lack of a better word, kinda wacky. Her starting weapon, Caress, throws daggers in front of her, but for some reason it's classified as a melee weapon. At max level, when she throws her blades, it will summon 4 blades from the ground that will stab enemies near her. The range of those blades is her pickup range. Besides this, her weapon has an interesting interaction with the reverse stamp, where the blades will stab towards where Anya is pointing, but will do so from away from her, which can be used in some interesting pincer maneuvers, or just as a way to increase her weapon's range. Anya's first skill, Cutting Deep, boosts her pickup range and makes it so that if Anya hits an enemy with a melee weapon in her pickup range, then that weapon will have a chance to hit twice. This orients Anya's build to favor melee weapons, which presents some limitations which we'll get to later. Her next skill, Living Weapon, makes it so that every enemy Anya kills gives her a stack of Sharpen, for a max of 50 stacks. 10 stacks of Sharpen will give her a small damage boost and surround Anya with an aura that damages enemies that touch it. So at max level, the maximum number of stacks will grant Anya a damage boost of 40% and an aura that deals 300% damage. However, getting hit will make her lose 5 stacks, so Anya is in this situation where she wants enemies to get close to her but not touch her. If you get hit by an enemy, you're probably not going to get hit once, but like 5 times, meaning a single misstep can cost you half of your stacks. As a result, I recommend using Living Weapon primarily for the attack boost and just treating the aura as a little extra bonus. Anya's last skill, Slumber, makes it so that if Anya stands still for 1 second, then enemies will move much slower and Anya will heal up. She heals 15% of her health every 2 seconds, making this skill one of the strongest healing abilities in the game, allowing the player to go on for a long time before they need to worry about getting a healing item. In addition, she can gain up to 10 stacks of resting, which reduce the damage Anya will take, but at the price of also reducing her damage. At max stacks, she'll get a 50% damage reduction and a 70% damage debuff. Because of this skill becomes a state that you should temporarily rely on for quick bursts of healing rather than a sustained state of tankiness that Anya has no business of being, as she already has a tiny health pool. Just put some distance between yourself and the enemies, stand still, heal up, and then get back into attacking again. Though don't do this too frequently, as Anya can't re-enter the slumber state for 2 seconds after exiting it. As for her special, Anya has probably one of the best special attacks in the entire game. Her special attack, Blade Form, transforms her into a fucking beyblade. The game calls it a living dagger, but while in this form, Anya will become invincible for 10 seconds and deal damage to enemies she touches. While the damage is nice, the main benefit is for the 10 seconds of invincibility, which makes the skill very useful for saving Anya when she's in dangerous situations. In addition, she gains a speed boost during the special, which allows her to get out of said situations. I wouldn't say it's the most powerful special, but I do think it's a special worth getting idol costume for. So, Anya's kit is difficult to build around in most cases. Cutting Deep encourages you to pick melee weapons, but there are only 3 non-collab melee weapons and 4 collab melee weapons, one of which uses components from other 2 melee weapons. As such, the skill is incredibly limited, though this will be solved as time goes on and more collabs are added. As for her other 2 skills, they are kind of antithetical to one another. Slumber's healing is powerful, but the damage debuff clashes with the damage boost from Living Weapon, and the damage reduction is useless as Anya getting hit takes away from stacks of Sharpen. However, Anya doesn't lose those stacks if she has a body pillow, making that an item I would recommend getting. I would also recommend headphones as well, since the hit negation and knockback can also keep you alive, though body pillow is the better defensive item between the 2. I will also recommend getting Ninja Headband, since Anya will be needing melee weapons to proc Cutting Deep, and Ninja Headband will boost the damage of those melee weapons. I would pick Legendary Sausage and Crescent Bar Dish for melee weapons, since BL Fujoshi requires sacrificing both of those collabs, and Absolute Wall is a defensive collab rather than an offensive one. If you do end up grabbing Crescent Bar Dish, I also recommend you grab either Nightly Milk or Limiter to boost your pickup range. Since most melee weapons have a pretty short range, the items aren't normally necessary, but Crescent Bar Dish has a much longer range, which makes increasing Anya's pickup range beyond the normal amount that she gets from her skills a necessity if you want to get the double proc from Cutting Deep. So that's Anya. Thanks for watching. Please let me know who you'd like to see next. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe for future videos, and happy holocuring.